What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian Red, out of Oklahoma City. And today we are talking to a duo called Everyday Slave. Here we go.
What's up?
Oh, no! Oh, boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
All right, before we start the show, I do want to check out our YouTube and subscribe. We're also on every podcasting platform, and the Loud Spot now has an app. Right now, it's exclusive just to Apple, but we are trying to get it on Android phone as well. Okay, Everyday Slave, the band. My wife was on Facebook, like the deep, dark Facebook searching, and came across Everyday Slave. For some reason, pushed play and listened to like two different songs, I think. I come walking out of the room, and she's like, "You got to check out this band. They got to be on your podcast. You got to get them on right now." And I was like, no, it's not. She wasn't that enthusiastic about it, but she was enthusiastic.
She was, though, dude. She was.
she loved the guys' band. She was actually going to be on the episode tonight, and it's our anniversary today, actually.
Oh my God, happy anniversary.
Thank you, 7 years. And but you know, the kids have to go to sleep, and so she's like, I'll just not at 8 o'clock at night. So, but she does want me to tell both of you guys hello. So
Nice.
Thank you.
Hello.
That was a long-winded intro. So, okay, how are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Good, great.
Yeah. Really
And
good.
now-
Really
now-
excited.
now we
Super
got
excited to be on the show.
Thank you. We got Javier down there at the bottom. We got Jason up there right next to me. Now, Jason lives in Tulsa, right?
Yep.
And you actually have some mutual friends, I think, with my wife's friends. She's from Tulsa, so it's like Tulsa's big, but and you guys are, I think, similar in age, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I actually know them or not. You know, just
Facebook.
When you become single, you start adding a bunch of people. So.
yeah, I did. I used to do that. And then Javi, now, are you in Arizona? Is that right?
I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, Oregon. You're in Oregon.
Yeah.
Dang. So now, did you used to live here in Oklahoma?
That's the thing. Yeah. I grew up in Tulsa, which is where Jason and I met.
Okay.
But then, at some point I moved out to Portland, Oregon, to be a rock star, just to do music, And so I've been here ever since, but Jason and I mean, we're lifelong friends, man. And we keep in touch and we got this thing going on. So, yeah.
How do you guys write the music then? Who starts with like the base of the project?
It just really depends. I mean, I guess I kind of go back, during the pandemic, I was bitching about how bad I hated a lot of the music today.
I think a lot of people probably would agree with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, Javi, man, I was like, we got to do something like when I smile, when I listen to music, it like brings me back to the 80s or I grew up in the 90s. I mean, that's, all that good stuff as well. And Javi was on board. And from there, I just, it was the Ether, I think, that we started it all.
Yeah, that's the first track that we did.
Yeah. And I had an idea and kind of got the idea of the first part of it together and sent it to Javi. And I always kind of know, like, almost when to stop as far as because, we've been working. I'm 45, and we met when I was 14, almost 15.
Oh, dang!
Yeah. You were 15. I was 16.
Right.
30-year friendship.
Yeah, long fucking time, man.
Fuck, dude. You know what sucks is you look back and you think about that. You're like, I swear I was just 15 and 16 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah. It goes fast, man.
I remember it like yesterday. Yeah, for sure.
So we're all still sexy though, and that's the most important thing.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, so,
did you guys play music back then when you were teenagers?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, our first project was just like pop punk band.
Cool.
Just writing like super fun pop punk songs, and we did that for a long time. And then at some point, I moved out to Portland, and then that kind of, we were too far away, and that kind of ended things for a little while. And like Jason said, during this whole pandemic, we just kind of reconnected. Jason had some really, really great starts for some tracks and for some songs. He sent them my way, and he's like, do you want to do something with this? I mean, and we just kind of started working on it, and it felt nostalgic. It made us feel good to be doing this music that, I don't know, it's kind of been lost for a little while.
I'm telling you, man, when my wife says she likes something and she wants to check it out, I wasn't surprised that I also liked it. It's fun because we don't have similar taste in music, but we do on certain things, and this was definitely one of them because you guys' sound, it is very 80s sounding. It's different though. It's not, like the normal I have on this show. And that's what I like about it. I like that it's different sounding, that we're able to share it on our platform. So I appreciate you guys being here. Javi, what do you play?
I play a little bit of everything. Really, okay. I think like my main instrument is always going to be guitar, and then probably drums after that.
Okay, I think you got some guitars behind you. Is that what those are?
Yeah.
Okay, and a microphone. And then Jason, what do you do?
Pretty much, the same. As far as I guess my main instrument is bass and then keyboards.
Okay.
But it just really depends because we'll come to each other on something with guitar, either one of us, or keyboard, or whatever the case is, and we just kind of build from there. So
yeah.
So for this project, for Everyday Slave, I hear like a lot of synth type stuff, like synth sounds, I guess. And I'm kind of stupid, like I don't always say the right words. So if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it's kind of synthy, right? There's a lot of keyboards, and are the drums electronic?
Yeah, for the most part they are. We use some analog drums as well, just because we have a lot of various musical backgrounds, both Jason and I, and so we like to mix things, and even sometimes things that like you don't think are going to go together, but then they do. But as far as like the synth stuff, I would say Jason is really the master at that part. And he'll, he'll send me a lot of, synth things. And then I kind of come in with like the beats, and then, we just go back and forth on like arrangement, I'll try a certain arrangement, and then Jason will be like, fuck that. That's no good. Let's start over, or let's try this, and so we just go back and forth. And then I do the same with him. And I'm like, oh, that's shit, dude. Let's we got to make this better or whatever, and we just go back and forth. And because we have a lot of distance, it's really interesting what technology can do nowadays to make all of this shit happen. It's really fucking amazing how that works.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say what Javi was saying. Case in point. So anytime I've written kind of a demo for Javi to hear, what I use is I kind of have this section of canned drums. And I'm like, well, Javi will take that and make it 1,000 times better and put his stank on it, depending on what he's going to do to it. So I always kind of like go to this canned drum sound or what can beat or whatever. But because my main focus is on, one, is the song, does it sound good? Is it catchy? And can we work on it? Can we take it somewhere? Once I figure that out, then I kind of discuss the ideas with Javi. I'll send it to him, but he does the exact same thing with me. So typically he'll have much better drums in the beginning, and then I'll get it. And depending on where I'm at, because he and I are both self-employed, so we've always got lots of things going on our plate.
Right.
Maybe it'll take me a while to answer him back or whatever, but it's just awesome because when it's all said and done, we literally take each individual track of each instrument, save it as a WAV file,
right,
or what we call stems in the industry, and then package it up and send it to each other. So,
and do you guys just email, like regular email, or do you have like a special app? Because there's different apps people can do that on now. I think I we do music, and I have a kind of a side project band, and we just use regular email. But I know there's other platforms to do that on.
Yeah, like Google Drive is typically what we do, but it's fun. It's funny because Javi is He's a great chef in Portland, Oregon. He's got his own restaurant, and he's always busy.
You did say that. Yeah, that's cool, right, man.
And so all day, I'm on my phone talking to Javi and leaving, because just typically we use like Facebook Messenger. And so I can leave them long, exhausting
really long.
And typically, it's about 5 messages that are really long individually. I'm just like, no, this I want it to sound like this, or I can't. And Javi's just probably like.
It sounds like you guys know each other's strengths, though. When it comes to recording and playing music, you know who's going to do better at one part and who's going to do better at another part. And really, that comes from being friends for so long. You know, when you've written music with somebody, it's almost like you kind of you sync together, and you can't do that right away, especially if you're doing long distance. It's good to have that relationship. And who does the vocals?
I do the vocals. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
so, dude, so you're busy as a chef, and then you got to record, and then he makes you sing on top of that.
That's correct, man.
Does he ever bug you? Like, fuck, dude, come on, man. It's been 2 weeks. Where's the vocals at?
I mean, for the most part, he really likes, where my vocals come from. I do have to say, I think just one of the tracks that we just recently finished, I think
Slaves.
That's the longest I've ever fucking spent recording vocals in my life, dude.
Did you ever do it? Then he tells you he wants you to redo it.
Yeah, well, on that one, yeah.
I don't want it that way. I want it this way.
But it's
don't say that word. Say this word.
He had a very, very clear vision of that song, and that's just what collaboration is, man.
That's
it's
right.
And sometimes, you may think you got something down, but when you're collaborating with somebody, it brings out better things in you that you didn't think you were even capable of,
I was going to say
this project is a really good example of that for both of us. I think we make each other better,
When
we're married or something, dude.
when I talk to other musicians about what they go, how in the hell do you guys do that? Because typically you're in a band and it's always kind of conflict in a band, typically, especially if everybody's writing.
Yep.
What's best for the song. And they're always amazed. And I said, I could say I know when to pick a fight. I know what fights to fight. But I wouldn't even call them fights because I think we know each other well enough, and I think we know music well enough. I mean, we made this and this is going to sound funny. Javi and I, years ago when we were kids, made this agreement that we would never let each other write music that just wouldn't grab us by our balls.
Yeah,
that's good though, and you guys are still doing that.
Yeah.
And I think it was called the Nut Theory.
Yeah, it's the Nut Theory, man. It's got to grab you by the balls, and then if it doesn't do that, then we throw it out.
Yeah, and so I always if there's something I don't like, I always show to try Javi, because here's the thing. Whether I like it or not it's the second most important thing, because the most important thing, what he shows me, is he's put a lot of work into that, and it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And I think we've known each other for 30 years. We've been doing this, and we just know the direction, and it's never gotten heated. It's always been like, I think Slave is the one that took the longest.
Yeah,
because it was for me, I just had kind of heard it in my head already, at least the direction. I just knew that a lot of the times when Javi comes up with the vocals, almost some of the original stuff he will come up with is amazing. And we all have self-doubt, right? So he'll start experimenting with other stuff. And I'm like, dude, come back. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And,
Trying to make it better or different, and a lot of people do that. That's why there's really good producers, they know when hey, you don't need all the extra. I think most people when you're younger, you do extra things just to try to do something extra. But as you get older, you realize you don't need all that extra shit. And it's good that you guys can tell each other, hey, come back to what you had there, and you don't need to do this. But we're not going to play Slave, which is the newest song. But you guys have, I guess, one of your more popular songs is Fighting Chance. And this is kind of a music video, I guess. It's a video and there's music on it. So we'll go with that. We're gonna play that song right now. So let's rock out to it. Here we go.
Work.
So
emotional, 'cause I'll swim alone. The river flows, the dam won't break, the sun don't shine, the night's awake. And can't you see? Won't you please? Can't you see my face? You won't regret it. Sometimes I have this feeling that you never really had a doubt. But whatever, I just shut that door. I guess it's cool. I'm sick of this shit. I'm out. I know you'll stay thinking I'll change my mind someday, chasing me as I'm walking away. So I'm a fool, they say, but I've still got a fighting chance to prove them wrong. 'Cause I'm taking back the words I left behind from you, my dear. I
So many questions about that. I'm going to start off with this. That is definitely rock music. That's rock, and it almost has a punk kind of pop punk feel to it a little bit.
Sure.
But the melodies and the way you sing that kind of remind me of like a little Musy. It's super cool. Like, it's a very unique style. I mean, that's great vocals. You know what I wish you had though? I wish in the background someone was screaming like, "Rah!" How cool if you guys did that. You know, listen, doing
Remix, dude, we'll do the remix.
doing this podcast, I've had so many metal bands on that I think everything needs screaming on it. I'm like, everything at this point needs screaming on it. You know, fucking good job. Who mixes that?
Thanks, man. You know, yeah, I do a lot of it, but it's really, I mean, it's a combination of the both of us. But I think I end up working a little more on that end of it.
What program are you using to mix that?
It's a few different ones. You know, I really start all the editing in Ableton Live. I just feel like the manipulation. Yeah, it's just sick, man. The manipulation of audio is just fucking incredible, man. But then I actually take it out of that. I export it from that. And right now I'm using actually Harrison Mix Bus.
Okay.
Which is really, really tight for kind of like finishing it with a super warm analog kind of feel.
Okay.
And so that's just my setup right now. You know, a Pro Tools occasionally, you know, stuff like that. But I think I'm really into Ableton a lot more than anything else.
Are all of your songs have that like rock edge to it? Because, you know, from what I remember when I heard it, you know, when my wife was showing it to me, I was pretty drunk, you know. I
remember that phone call.
In my head, it sounded more like little more like 80s new wave kind of.
Yeah.
And then hearing it this time, I got more of a rock sound to it. Yeah. Do all your songs have that edge to them like this one does?
I think so.
I was just thinking about Into the Blue, but the chorus has
guitars. Yeah. Some pretty good rock guitars.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I mean, we come from a lot of different musical backgrounds. I mean, you know, Jason is like classically trained in like orchestra maestro, whatever. You know, I mean, he's like spent years in, you know, playing bass in like symphony, you know, and stuff like that. And then, you know, me, I come from anywhere from like super industrial, you know, like, I don't know, you know, Nine Inch Nails and Ministry kind of stuff to like super heavy stuff, you know, as well. Like I'm loving like Gojira right now. I'm a huge Deftones fan, you know, like And I think when you know, in 80 stuff, you know, for both of us, you know, and when you put all of that shit together, I think
cool sound.
this is what you get. Yeah. And we're not even sure. I mean, we're not even sure what it is. You know, we're just
It's
doing
cool
like,
though. It's cool as what it is.
it's like it just feels good to us, and like it sounds good, and like whatever it's gonna be, that's like whatever it's gonna be, you know.
Send me the WAV files. I'll do some screaming in the background, and we'll call it a remix. I'm not even gonna touch it. Trust me, I won't do a good job.
Well,
How are you guys promoting your? Are you guys promoting it all, like through Google, or is it just kind of like a fun project? Like, are you guys serious with it?
very serious. Yeah. In fact, I've got. We're actually in production for a video shoot for a song that we're currently finishing up, and we're going to have a really big push after we release this video and this new song. And I'm kind of excited to see what happens because, you know, we've been really blessed as far as people are coming from all different directions when they hear us. And Fighting Chance is a great representation. And what's funny is that everybody seems to love the song The Ether. And then you have Fighting Chance. And then it's kind of a toss up on what, you know, either Slave or some people just love Into the Blue. Oh my God, Jason, are you the singer? I'm like, no, it's Javier. He's married, by the way. You know, it's always this battle when I just have to say, no, I'm not the singer. But yeah, it's really exciting because there's just been so many people. In fact, I just ran into someone the other day that was a major label on Atlantic Records was wanting to put me in contact with, you know, you never know what happens, but
Right.
But at this time in my life, and I can look back to when we were younger doing music, I've never seen the support and people coming forward when they've heard our music to want to help us.
Well, because it's good. Because it's good, and I think you're going to get a lot of older people and younger people that are going to like it.
Yeah,
You know, it's not. You know, a lot of these metal bands just really it's kind of the older generation that likes it. Where your songs has like that pop feel to it as well, where it could be mainstream, and then you're going to get the younger generation that likes that. You know, you're going to get the so you guys probably speak out to everyone, really.
Yeah,
right. And to kind of go back as far as when we were talking about influences. So yeah, I mean, I used to play in the symphony and everything, so upright bass, and that's a big influence. But you know, for me, Depeche Mode, Erasure, Pet Shop Boys, New Order, all the way to, you know, we used to play Megadeth. We used to play Holy Wars.
Yeah, a lot of Megadeth tunes, you know, back in the day. And then I mean, you know, we kind of grew up in the '90s too, so we went through the whole grunge phase.
Alice in Chains.
But I think we were both always like we just were attracted to like the darker bands a little bit always, you know, especially in the grunge time, like Soundgarden, Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Nine Inch Nails. Yep.
Yeah, you know, it's like we've always gravitated towards that, a little bit of that dark sound, just a little bit more. You know, I don't know what it is.
I always like songs with fucked up lyrics. I like people that say "fuck" in their songs, and you said it, so I was like, "That's no screaming, but you did swear, so good."
It's the requirements. Yeah.
What was the song that you sent me? And I was like, wrong. I said, yeah, but we're a little bit out of our genre.
Yeah. There was like one vocal take that I did. It wasn't that song, but I can't remember what it was. I think it was
Slave.
Yeah.
It was Slave.
And I was playing around, and I just, you know, just belted out some screams on the chorus, and Jason was just like,
That's why. So it's Jason's fault. There's no screaming.
Yeah, that's my fault. I take responsibility.
Damn it! Do you guys have a Bandcamp, a website? Do you guys have a website at all?
We don't have a website. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. It's under Everyday Slave.
I think you actually liked one of my TikToks earlier. Yeah, maybe it was someone else. Do I follow you on TikTok, Jason? I
think so. Yeah, I follow you. Yeah, I think so. It's all new to me, so I'm getting used to
it. Look, when you're doing music now, I just was talking to this. What's airing right now while we're talking this is Jimmy's Chicken Shack, and he started a TikTok, and he was telling me, you know, he doesn't really want to, but you know, his manager's like, you got to kind of start a TikTok. That's how you reach a younger generation, man. You know, I mean, that's how you do it. So
It's true, man.
it's good to have it. I didn't want to start one either, but I have a Mandarin producer. He created one for me. He goes, "Here's your login information." I was like, "Fine." And now I do it all the time. It's good for promoting, though. It's good for promoting and put your music on there.
It's great, man. I mean, it's great because you can. I mean, it's like these little, spurts of just like promotion, and like the attention span of people is just getting like less and less and less.
I know, dude.
It used to be like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Now it's like 5 seconds. It's just like get everything you got to get done in 5 seconds done. And so like TikTok's perfect for that.
So you guys, I'm assuming, aren't really doing. Are you guys going to be, I guess, more of a studio band for now and not really touring? Just trying to build an audience first and seeing where that goes. Then, huh?
Well, the way I look at it is, I still have delusions of grandeur. I still want to be a rock star, right? So if I think it was Evanescence, Amy Lee and the guitarist that started out doing music like this, and then they kind of recruited the band along the way. I could be wrong, but I think that's the story.
Right.
So I would not be against that if that worked for us professionally with our other careers. I mean, hell, I wouldn't mind.
And if you are wrong, everyone will let you know.
Yeah,
I'm wrong all the time. I always say stories that I think are real, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't true. Oh, well, I should have looked it up first. But you never know, and don't feel bad and you're probably right. I'm like literally wrong on every single episode. I say something that I'm like, I had Dishwalla on, and I think I called it Chasing Blue Cars instead of Counting Blue Cars. Like while they're on the show, and I feel so stupid because I didn't even know. I didn't even realize it till my co-host Ava. She was on the episode. She actually told me like a month afterwards. I was like, why didn't you say it while I was on the fucking show? I look like a douchebag now in front of anyone else listening to that.
Nah, no, not at all.
And you get over it. So no touring yet, but maybe in the future, and no website yet, maybe in the future. Any merch yet?
That's the next thing that we're working on. So it's again, I'm like I said, I'm surprised about the reaction that we've gotten. So I've been trying to go with the plan that we had and keep all the contacts together that are coming towards us and giving us kind of their ideas and who they want us to talk to and everything else. So there's some big things right now kind of under the wraps, but just trying to stay focused. And yes, we're going to get merchandise hopefully soon. But it's just part of the process. We're just happy that people are responding to the music. We've released 4 tracks, only 4 tracks on Spotify, and it's on every major music listening platform.
Yeah, so you put it on one distribution and it goes everywhere.
It goes everywhere. So if you've got a music platform, just search Everyday Slave and you'll find us. But the response has been crazy, and we're just so appreciative. And
that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you guys the best of luck, Jason. If you're ever in Oklahoma City, or in fact, I'll be in Tulsa sometime towards the end of the month. Maybe I'll hit you up, man. Maybe we can go out and grab a beer or something. If you're ever in town, dude, you're always more than welcome to come over to our house, man. I think it'd be fun hanging out. Nice. And Javi, if you're ever in town, also, man, you ever come over to City, fucking hit me up, dude.
I will, man. I'm there a couple times a year, so yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. We're gonna talk. I want to talk a little bit after this show's over. We're gonna wrap it up now. It's been 30 minutes. I don't like to keep much longer than that. I want to thank both of you for coming on, letting us play your songs. I hope people watch this, and I hope that they fucking go out and search you guys and look you up and check out all your other songs. Fantastic. Thanks again for coming on the show. I do want to thank all of our listeners. Once again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our Patreon page is patreon.com/The Loud Spot. I think $3 a month. If anyone can afford that to help us out, we'd also really appreciate that. And don't forget, we have the app on iPhone right now only. You go to Loud Spot, you can find all of our YouTube videos, you could stream all the podcasts on there. If you're bored, you got nothing to do, you want to listen to podcasts, download my shit. That's all I got today. And peace out, rock on. And you guys stay right there. And much love.
Much love. Thanks, guys.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pin post has to pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out. Rock on. Much love.